Hey there, this is Mike Smith from theIamLife.com, and today I'm kind of looking at a WordPress plugin that's an upgrade from one that previously I'd talked about in one of my videos, and that was a plugin called JackJacker. JackJacker is a great little plugin that allows you to put your own call to action text on top of somebody else's web page. And it's actually designed for CPA offers, affiliate marketing, or niche marketing, those areas where you might want to be able to put a little of your own posting on top of somebody else's video. Now, the reason for jacking anybody's site, let's face it, I mean, we're going to do this legally, okay, but when you relate to another site, it's because they have some quality content that you'd like to bring to your site visitors. In doing so, you've provided them some value. In other words, you've led them to an article that was really an interesting and worthwhile article of some value that otherwise they might have missed. At the same time, in doing that, you kind of develop, they give you a few pats on the back and maybe a little authority on the subject since you've been searching and finding these information sites. So in the long run, it'll help the user to trust you, and if they trust you, you might get more clicks on your site. Now you can add JackJacker on any page on your website. So basically, you would find an article that you really like that has some really good content that's relative to what your website is all about. You create the jack, and then we're ready to go. The jack that you created loads up the URL you selected with a jack bar at the top of the display. So you'll create a bar across the top with some call to action text that the visitor can click if they're interested. Now, JackJacker doesn't use iframes because that would definitely be copyright infringement, because you would be doing it without the permission of the Jack site. And although you might be able to get their permission, this saves you the trouble of trying to. Instead, what JackJacker does is it asks the site on the fly and puts the actual content of the page on your website. Now, since it doesn't use iframes, all the meta tags and graphics are all on your website. If you post this page to Facebook, since it's not an iframe, you can do this, or other social networks, and the visitor clicks that image on the Facebook post, they'll be redirected to your page that contains the jack bar. Really an interesting concept, and it works quite well, okay? I think the easiest way is to take a look at it. We did the same thing with JackJacker before, but there's been some features that have been added to JackJacker Gold. It's an unbranded, it doesn't relate back to any of the inventor, or the creator of it, I should say, which was Brett Ritecki, but it's unbranded. Secondly, it adds a couple new capabilities that you didn't have before. You can actually, you'll see when we get into it, you can insert HTML into a field, and that you could use for pop-ups or something of that sort. The second one is for you to be able to put a link URL that any links that are on the jacked page will link to your URL. I'll show it when we get into it, okay? So let's just take a quick peek here. What we're going to do is we need a page that we're going to jack. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create a page. And I'm going to create a page called, because the article I found related to Facebook traffic, I'm going to just say, getting Facebook traffic, okay? And that's all we're going to put in there. This is a new page, totally blank other than the name. And we're going to publish it. Okay. We've published this page, so now we're going to go down and bring up the JackJacker, which is installed. It's a typical WordPress plugin. Zip file, install it directly into WordPress, very simple to use. Install it and activate it, and it'll appear on the WordPress dashboard as we have here. So I'm going to go over and just click JackJacker, and it'll bring up a very empty screen. Doesn't look like much right now. There is a help file for it. The help file we'll get into a little bit later. But what we're going to do is create a jack, okay? We're going to create a jack, and here you'll have a drop-down list of all the pages that you have on your website. So if you have 50 pages, they'll be alphabetically organized on this drop-down. So we'll pick the one that we just created, which is called Getting Facebook Traffic. And for my own purposes, this won't show anyplace else, I'm going to call it Facebook Traffic 1, okay? And that's because I might want to do more. In fact, I plan on it, okay? Now the URL to Jack is the URL of the the page that you found that was really, really, really good. Okay, and that page is okay. I'm going to grab, I copied it and saved it. So I'm going to grab the URL of that page. I found it previously to save myself some time on this video, but I've copied that, and I'm going to take over and I'm going to paste that URL into this area here. And this is the Facebook, this is the URL of the content that I found. It's a real nice page about Facebook traffic. Now the bar color, which will appear across the top of the page, I want to choose red. Okay. Now the bar text, this is the thing that will appear in that bar. It's effectively my click to action verbiage, and I might say click here for Facebook traffic guide. And this will be a guide that I've created, and I want to make it available to the visitors to this location. Now, obviously, what I want to do is I'd like to capture their email address and yet at the same time provide them with some nice thing for free, and that would be my Facebook traffic guide. The verbiage, I want the color. I think I'll have the color to be white against the red background. The bar color, I wanted red. Why did I say white? Let's go here and do this again. Right there, red. Okay, so red with white phrase. The link URL is the location that I want them to go to if they click that bar that's at the top. Now this would typically be the URL of the page that would allow them to use their, it's like an opt-in page where they can enter their name and address, or their name and their IP address, and obtain the free download of this Facebook guide. So let's just go in here, and I'm going to put, this will be an actual. You have to use a full URL. You have to have the HTTP or PS, and then the address. Okay, so that'll be a thing. Now, the things that are different between the JackJacker and the JackJacker Gold is this custom HTML box. The custom HTML box, you can put things in there like even put JavaScript if you want to, but you can also put HTML code like a pop-up code. So you can use your own creativity, but this is available to you for custom HTML and JavaScript. Now the last upgrade, this upgrade right here, Jack Page Links, what it does is you've already put a URL link right here. Okay, this one right here. If you were to set this to yes, to Jack the Page Links, any linkable, clickable link on that page that you've jacked will actually redirect to your link URL. So you might find that very handy, okay? Now for the time being, I'm going to say no, and I'm not going to enter any custom HTML because, okay, I'm just going to show the way this really works. So I'm going to save this here. We've now jacked a page. We see it up here, okay? We could edit that page, okay? Then go back and edit and make changes to it. Or we can go up here and let's just go to the page that we've jacked, which is this Getting Facebook Traffic. And I want to view it. I'm just going to say view, and it's going to call, and there's the page. Now you'll notice at the top, this is our call to action click bar right up here. Click here for Facebook Traffic Guide, and if they click that, they would go to some location that you would have had, you have set up for them to, call to action, maybe an opt-in for a free guide, which we're talking about here, Facebook Traffic Guide, and they might click and leave their email address for you. So that's it. We've done a good job so far. Now, in addition to that, what we're going to do is you'll notice that this is the page that we jacked, but it appears on our site. Okay, this is our website address right up here. So let me make sure you can see that. Okay, this is our website address right up there. That's one of my test sites here. I've had this site for forever, I think. In any case, I use it for testing. I'm going to copy that address, and because there's a significance to this. I'm going to just save I'm going to save it down here. I'm going to copy it someplace on a notebook, paste, Facebook. Now, we've seen that when they've gone to our site, they've received this real nice piece of content, and they probably might be very happy about it. Okay. But let's do the following. Let's go over to Facebook, and we're going to go to our I Am Life page. Okay, here we go. So now we're on our I Am Life page, and this is where we're going to post that. We want to post that article on Facebook with our page, obviously. Okay. Now remember, we've actually copied the page that we had created as it appeared on our site. So I'm going to copy that again, and I want to paste this in here. I'm going to paste that. Now, Facebook's going to go out and retrieve our page, and they're going to put it right here. So now I could just rename this, and I could say great tips on Facebook traffic. Okay, now we've taken that page and we've posted it over on our Facebook fan page. So we could go down here and we could say, okay, I want to post that. I want to post it. I've posted it, and now it's there. Now this is a clickable link, and if anyone clicks this link, they'll be redirected over to our page with our click bar up here where they can do that. So directly from Facebook, we now have, if they are interested, they go over here. We can provide them with a opt-in form to opt in for this particular free traffic guide. They can read the article. The article's all there, no problems. So as you might surmise, it's a great tool to get people over to your site to build traffic via Facebook. So what we've done is we've created a user content that's very good quality that we've picked up someplace on the internet. We have captured that on the fly on our page when the user takes a look at our page. We've also added that same page over to Facebook, so that if somebody's on Facebook and one of our visitors comes over to our particular fan page, they click that article and they'll be taken to this page here, in which they could in fact log in or opt in. So it's a great tool. It's really cool. I think I like the idea that they added the HTML. Now, you can think of 1,000 reasons that you might want to use a pop-up or some kind of an HTML code on that page, but it will make it very, very powerful for you. Secondly, any links in that site. Now you'll notice in here these are all links. If someone clicks that link while they're on your page, currently they would jump out of your page and go to wherever that link goes to. If in fact you don't do that, but you select that you want to convert all of the links on the site to your particular link URL, then clicking that yes or no will make that available to you. So it gives you a lot of power. You can keep them on this site, maybe if nothing else, so they can read the entire article without, a lot of people, you get on the site and you see a link and you click it and it leads you someplace else, and by the time you get done with it, you've forgotten where you started from. This is a great way to control that. So let's get back. We're going to go back over here to our main site where we're at. In effect, if you brought up, I'm going to bring up Jacker one more time, and I'm going to show you the help, because there's some written help there, and there are some important notes. Okay, there's this. I've never had any problem with this program. I'm running a WordPress 5.2.2, and I've got a gazillion plugins that I've actually tested with this being installed. I've never had a conflict. But there's always a possibility you're going to reach a conflict with any WordPress plugin that you install. One of the creators said, hey, if you have a problem with that, install this on like a subdirectory on your main website, so that there's the only thing that's on that is a couple limited URLs or a couple limited WordPress plugins that you will want to use, and that'll keep you from having interference or interactions with other plugins. There's some explanations down here of the various controls that are on the Jacker entry page. Take a look at it, go through the reading here. I've never run into a problem with this plugin, but again, if you do, there can be some conflicts. We started running into more and more all the time lately. I have a small plugin that I used to use, which was kind of a bounce control plugin, but it's absolutely not compatible with WordPress 5.2.2. Worked on 5.2.1, but boy, when I went to 2.2, it was just it just did not work. In fact, it caused me some difficulties. So, always be careful when you install new plugins. Make sure you've tested them out. This seems to be a nice one. I've had no trouble with it. Nice, easy plug-in. I've got a link to it down below. So if you were to go down below this screen somewhere, down there is a link to it. Go take a look at it. Hope you can use it. Wear it in good health. And as always, take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. And this is Mike Smith from the IamLife.com, wishing you a great day. I'll talk to you in the next episode of a video. Bye-bye now.